Y'all, I may have a problem.
Hey y'all, it's Tara.
Hey y'all, it's Tara from yokieB.com. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I share crochet and knitting patterns and tutorials, as well as finished projects and other fun fiber things. I share lots and lots of beautiful yarn because I am obsessed with yarn. So if those sound like things that you would be interested in, I would love it if you'd follow along with me and hit that subscribe button. Today I thought it might be fun to do a video about all my current works in progress. Or at least most of them. I used to be really bad about starting projects and not finishing them, and although I am still really bad about starting new projects before finishing the other ones, I have at least gotten to the point where I do finish projects. And I felt like if I did this video and kind of showed you guys what I was working on, it might give you guys some inspiration and some new projects to maybe want to try as well, and also help me remain accountable in finishing my projects. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started. As you can see, I have this giant pile here of things that I am working on. The amount of whips tends to vary depending on how many things I'm excited about starting and just if I get new yarn, or sometimes I just can't control myself and I have to start a project. I have to see how it knits up or crochets. And so this pile is the majority of my current works in progress. So first up is this knit collage plaidtastic scarf. This is a project that I started during the fall knit collage knit along, and it's actually the second project. I have a video about my first project, which is the plaid party cardi. I thought I also might have enough yarn left over if I mixed in some of my other yarns to make a plaidtastic scarf as well. So I really need to finish this. I know that in that video I showed you guys this, and I think I probably only got a few more rows done, and honestly I lost my place in the pattern, so I'm gonna have to go back and figure out where I was. So I think that's kind of the reason why it's taken me a while to start it again, but I just love it. I think it is so pretty, and I've been able to use some of the yarns that I already had in my stash as well as the knit collage. So if you have not checked out knit collage yarn, make sure you do. It is beautiful. I will link that down below. Next up on my whip list is this granny square. You guys may remember this granny square. I have a free pattern on my blog for it and also a video. I will put that up here and a link down below. But I really love this boho mosaic granny square pattern, and I am planning on covering this chair in it. So I am working on getting as many of these done as I can. What I love about granny squares is you can just pick them up and put them down, and it's kind of a good, if I only have a few minutes to work on something, I can make a quick granny square or a little bit of the granny square. So that's kind of what I've been working on. My little studio area is actually in our bedroom, but I thought it might be fun to do a video where I did kind of like a studio makeover. So I want to add this. I want to have this finished by then. So I'm hoping to have that video out in a few months, but we will see. So stay tuned for that. So next up on the list is this beaded sweater. I actually got a free pattern from Lovecrafts, and I've been wanting to put beads on a sweater. I've been super inspired by this Instagram account for a long time, and I love her beaded sweaters, and so I wanted to try to make a beaded sweater for myself. I got this really fun and bright yarn for Christmas, so I was excited to kind of use some of the beads that I had on hand already. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in the color, I think, Limelight, and then these beads also are from Hobby Lobby. They're really fun beads, and I used to make necklaces with them. So that was back in my jewelry making days, but I just have a bunch of them, and I thought that they would be really cute on this sweater. It'll kind of be spaced out on the bottom, and then there'll be more beads on top, because I thought it would be a fun kind of effect to have them all along the top part and then just sprinkling down as you go. So I found this free pattern on Lovecraft, so I really liked the way the sweater looked, and I thought it would be really cute with this yarn. Then once I started the sweater and wanted to add the beads in, I thought I would just do a moss stitch. Instead of doing the pattern on the graph, I decided to just go with the moss stitch, and I think it just looks so pretty. So I'm excited to finish this. I've got the front to do, and I'm gonna do a whole video about that. And I watched this little tutorial on Pinterest about how to add the beads, and so I kind of used that, but then my beads were a little bit too small to use that technique, so I kind of came up with my own way to attach these beads so that I could put these smaller beads on here. I'm really excited to get that done, and I think it is a fun project, so we will see how it goes. So next up is this Tunisian crochet sweater. It is actually a pattern that I am working on, and I have not shown it at all, but I am excited to get it done. And it was kind of inspired by one of my husband's shirts. I thought it was really cool and kind of like the surfer look, and so I wanted to try to make a similar thing in crochet. So I decided to use the Tunisian smock stitch, which is a really cool stitch. It gives awesome texture, and I love the way that it is mixed with this other stitch here. This I used Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton. I've been really trying to use the yarns that I have on hand, and my mom purchased this yarn for me, so I was really excited to use it. There's also a silver in here that is really pretty, and I think just adds a fun little element. So that is from Love Crafts, and I will link that down below. I have the pattern mostly done, and I'm hoping to have it ready for summer. Next up on the list is this giant pile here. This is also a pattern that I have coming very soon. I'm really hoping to have it finished by the end of March to not only have a blanket for our couch, but also a pattern for you guys, and to have it for my March part of Handmade Home Challenge. If you don't know about the Handmade Home Challenge, my friend Tara came up with it. It is such a fun challenge. We have a group Pinterest board, and I will put that link down below if you want to join. You can pin inspiration or the projects that you did, pictures of the items that you made for your Handmade Home Challenge. There is a new challenge for each month that includes all sorts of things, not just knitting and crochet. So if you want to be a part of it, we would love for you to join the board. And so I will link that down below. I'll also link the Meet the Maker video of my friend Tara, who created this challenge, and I just think it's a really fun way to kind of create new things for your home. It's always fun to have new things around your home that you have made, and so that is definitely something that I am super excited about. So I was really hoping to have this ready for the end of March, because I think March is blanket or pillow, maybe. I think blanket or pillow was the challenge. Of course, you can do anything you want to for the challenge, but this is kind of just like a sneaky peeky of a blanket that I am working on. For this blanket, I used the wool from We Are Knitters. I love this yarn so much. You guys may have seen it before in some of my tutorials and things. This is neon pink, and I used also the color ochre. So I just really love it. It has the best texture and is so squishy and awesome. So I will definitely link that down below for you as well. So I'm excited to share that with you guys, so stay tuned for that. This is technically not a work in progress. It is a finished project, so yay! This is the Animal Friends of Peek-A-Pow, Audrey Gazelle. If you guys are familiar with Peek-A-Pow, she has amazing amigurumi patterns, and I have her first book and definitely want to get her second book, but I will link that book down below. But I mean, how cute, like seriously, y'all. Seriously, can you even, with this little gazelle? So I just thought I would show you. That is one thing that I have finished. I am planning on making the cheetah next. I just think they make the best baby gifts. I love making kind of a unique and different little gift for a baby. So I love these for baby gifts. Speaking of baby gifts, I have a little beanie that I'm working on. I'm just using the basic pom-pom beanie pattern from Nifty Knittings, and it's a great pattern. I use it a lot for baby gifts as well. I just think it's a great go-to beanie. I will link that down below if you want to check it out. I'm also going to add some crocheted ears to this because I cannot resist ears on a baby hat. It is just like the cutest thing ever. So I'm going to put crocheted ears on this. This is actually the second one of these that I've made. A lot of babies happening. It's actually a gift for a lady that my husband works with, so I'm excited to finish that up. I use Premier yarns for this because it's really soft, and it's like this tweed that is so pretty. It's just a really pretty shade of brown, and I think a great neutral, and I really love how soft it is. I think it is Premier Mega Tweed, so I will link that down below if you'd like to check that out. So we've come to the last whip that I have to share with you guys. I'm sure that I have more scattered around somewhere and things that I've started and not finished. But this, I do have one more as well that is a vintage rainbow bright pattern that I got from Etsy, and it's super cute and I want to finish it for my daughter. So I've started it and I'm kind of trying to figure out exactly what yarns I want to use. I'm just using yarns from my stash for it. So I have to kind of figure out what works best with it. I think some of the weights weren't like meshing well together, so I'm just gonna have to kind of figure that out. So stay tuned for that. I will show you that when I finish, if I finish. But last up is this poncho that I'm making for my daughter. Right now it's just this rectangle. But I just thought it looked so pretty. I love the way the colors kind of blended in with each other on this. This is the back of the poncho. And then I'm going to use this really pretty like cotton for the front with a little detail on it. So stay tuned for that. I'm not sure when I'm going to get that done. I started it a while ago and wanted to have it finished, but as the weather gets warmer, I just don't know if that's something that I'll finish now or for like fall or something like that. I mean, it's going to be cold here in the mountains for quite a while longer, so it will work here. But if you guys don't want me to wait until next winter and want this pattern like this spring, then let me know, because I know that the warmer weather is coming and is already here for a lot of you guys. So just let me know what is best, because we can be using this even at night in the summertime. So just let me know in the comments below if you want me to wait. I'm hoping that it'll work out. You know, you never know with patterns and designs. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So we will see about this one. Thank you so much for joining me for all my current works in progress. Inspired you to start some of these projects as well, and stay tuned for some new fun patterns coming to the yokieB blog. Let me know in the comments below which one you are excited for me to finish first. I think that this is really going to help me stay accountable to finish these projects, and if it's hard for you to start new whips and never finish them, I want to encourage you to go for it and just keep working on them, even if it's a little bit at a time, because you will eventually finish, and it just feels so good to finish a project. Even though I have like 850 whips right here, I still always love finishing something, and it just feels like such a great accomplishment. If this kind of a video is something that you would like to see in the future, let me know if it's something that you like down below, and I will do more of them. I'm sure that I will have plenty of times that my whips will pile up and I need to share them with you guys. So definitely let me know if this is a video that you are interested in seeing more of. I really appreciate you watching this video and hanging out with me and all of my whips. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you'd give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned for more crochet and knitting videos like this one. Thanks so much for watching.